When was the last time you bought a piece of clothing at a store? In 2014, consumers spent 12 billion euros on clothes and 2.5 billion euros on shoes in the Dutch market. Sounds a lot, right? However, comparing to the past turnover from the footwear and textile, store sales actually decreased by 1.5%. The online shopping industry is growing at a rapid pace, with a share of clothes bought online predicted to reach 30% in 2020. During this video, we will compare fashion giants Zalando and Wehkamp and explain how their platforms dominate the industry. The e-commerce share of the Dutch retail industry increased by around 5 billion euros between the second quarter of 2014 and the first quarter of 2015. The rise of online retail platforms has played a crucial role in this. Wehkamp and Zalando together make up 80 to 85% of the Dutch e-commerce market share. The scope of this analysis will be the Dutch fashion retail industry, as both companies also operate in different countries and industries. Wehkamp went fully online in 1999, while Zalando entered the Dutch industry in 2010. In terms of revenue in the Dutch e-commerce industry, Wehkamp is currently the market leader.
A platform-mediated network is a system comprised of users whose transactions are subject to direct or indirect network effects, along with one or more intermediaries that facilitate users' transactions. We chose to analyze the business models of the online platforms Zalando and Wehkamp, which can be considered to be multi-sided platform-mediated networks. This includes not only customers and retailers, but also advertising parties and third-party payment suppliers. However, for the purpose of this analysis, we will focus on the two main user groups: online shoppers on the demand side and fashion brands on the supply side. Network effects are present and can be divided into two types. There are positive cross-site network effects, as an increase in the number of suppliers attracts more customers due to higher product variety. At the same time, an increasing number of customers attracts more suppliers. Secondly, there are also positive same-side network effects. An increasing number of suppliers encourages new suppliers to join, while an increase in the number of customers also indicates the popularity of a platform and attracts even more customers.
Wehkamp is now coming up in fashion, and for us it's all, again some very important platform which has sufficient financial backing that we don't think twice about that we have to be there. The same as Zalando, which has been one of the number ones in shoes, came up in shoes, and so we also felt we definitely have to be present at those platforms.
While both platforms follow a sales revenue model, they offer different value propositions. Zalando offers free shipping, a very large variety of brands, and excellent customer service. Wehkamp has a very efficient distribution and logistics network, strong knowledge of the Dutch consumer, and offers extensive payment options, such as paying in installments. The market space is dominated by only a few big players. Competition within the market is very high due to low switching costs for buyers. Prices of the exact same products are equal across platforms, with the only exceptions being platform-specific sales periods or special promotions. A detailed description of the competitive advantages and market opportunities will be outlined in the SWOT analysis. In terms of market strategy, the companies focus on different target groups. Zalando concentrates on young adults, while Wehkamp targets families with children. Zalando and Wehkamp are very different in terms of organizational development. Zalando started as an online platform, while Wehkamp started as a mail order company, which developed into a fully online platform, having to launch new functional departments to adapt. To differentiate the two business models even more, we can compare the platform back-end functions. While both platforms have wholesale relationships, whereby the platform company buys stock from the supplier and carries all inventory risk, they also offer partnership programs. In Zalando's partnership program, the product assortment, stock levels, and logistics processes, which include all delivery and returns, fall under the responsibility of the supplier. This means that the goods always remain property of the supplier. In Wehkamp's strategic alliance program, the product assortment and stock levels are also the responsibility of the supplier, but Wehkamp takes care of most logistics processes. The supplier only needs to deliver the goods to Wehkamp's distribution center. Here, transfer of ownership of goods between the supplier and the platform only takes place when a product that has been sold on the platform leaves the warehouse as a customer delivery.
A comparative SWOT analysis of Zalando and Wehkamp reveal the internal and external factors that affect their business landscapes. First, we will have a look at the strength of both parties. Zalando, as the current market leader in Europe, has a strong international brand recognition. To maintain its market share, Zalando has an R&D department focusing on big data analysis, data science, and engineering. With over 1,500 brands, Zalando offers popular products as well as the long-tail products. Delivery and returns are free for customers as costs fall on the suppliers. Delivery takes 2 to 5 days, while returns are allowed within 100 days. As a first mover in the Dutch market, Wehkamp has a strong brand recognition in the Netherlands, with an in-depth knowledge of the market. The company also has deep long-term partnership agreements based on iterative learning with suppliers. Wehkamp offers same-day and next-day delivery, whereby the customer pays for delivery cost. Wehkamp also aims to grow continuously by offering personalized offers through analyzing data. Moving on to the weaknesses. For Zalando, the rapid growth rate of the company means that it is becoming increasingly difficult to develop deep supplier relationships. Both companies hold risk for their buy now, pay later options. However, Zalando has a very restrictive policy compared to Wehkamp. In Wehkamp's model, returns are allowed within 14 days, but Wehkamp has to reimburse the customer for delivery costs and cover the return cost. Free returns is one of the reasons that both companies have high return rates. Zalando has an average return rate of 50%, while Wehkamp has a 40% return rate. In terms of opportunities, Zalando could expand outside of Europe, while Wehkamp is currently operating on a smaller scale and could therefore consider expanding outside of the Netherlands and Belgium. Other opportunities across the two platforms are similar, such as technological innovation, new products and services, and new partnerships with fashion brands. Opening physical stores can also be seen as an opportunity to allow customers to physically experience products and brands. Continuing with threats. Security threats, including intellectual property theft and business disruption, can potentially damage brand image and customer satisfaction. Legal and regulatory changes can also be a threat, as there are no specific EU online platform regulations in place at the moment. The following analysis of Porter's 5 forces reveals the nature of the industry. Within the Dutch fashion retail market, there is high rivalry between only a few players that account for the majority of the market share. Buyer power is high due to low switching costs for online shoppers. Supplier power is medium, as fashion brands with high market shares may have higher negotiation power. The barriers to entry are high. While there is continuous threat from international online fashion retailers that may seek to enter the Dutch market, the minimum investment requirements are high and there is no promise of worthwhile returns. Additionally, Dutch consumers generally prefer to use the third-party payment system Ideal, which many international players do not offer. The threat of substitution is medium. While the products that are offered on each of the platforms may be similar, the platforms differentiate themselves through customer service, delivery options, and payment options.
In 2015, over 40% of online shopping revenue was generated via mobile channels, and the variety of goods online is only expected to increase. Research carried out by the Thuiswinkel Market Monitor also shows that 3.29 million Dutch consumers have bought something online using their mobile device at least once during the second quarter of 2015. Currently, most consumers use their desktops to shop online. The second most popular device for online sales are tablets, and third are smartphone devices. However, online sales via smartphone devices are currently growing at a faster rate than its counterparts. Is it realistic to predict that smartphone sales for online fashion retailers will be the next big thing? We asked an expert on the topic.
In the beginning, we had an app, nobody used it, but now the share of the mobile is going fast, and also from the app is going fast. So we invest in that, and it's a hot topic here.
So what do you think?